Hi there, my name is John Carini, and thank you for joining this webinar entitled Using ChatGPT and CRM when and email, or ChatGPT CRM in your inbox. My name is John Carini, and I'll be conducting the webinar. Few housekeeping items first. We will have a few slides, and then we'll get right into the live demo where we'll show the ChatGPT features as well as connecting to all different CRMs from both Gmail and Outlook. And speaking of that, I have one question I'd like to ask right away, and that's what email client do you use? Okay, so I put this in the comments, and please let me know what email client you use, and I'll try to tailor the presentation to that a little bit. So anyway, please reply. Okay, Outlook, more Outlook. There's a lot of Outlooks. Oh, I was going to ask what CRM. I'll ask that in just 1 second. Okay, Outlook. Okay, great. Anyone using Gmail? There's one Gmail. Okay, good. So I'll do a little more Outlook than Gmail. No problem. Anyway, so before we get started, just a little bit about iEnterprises. We've actually been around for more than 20 years, and believe it or not, we've been providing these email integrations for that long. It's crazy. Let's hide Erica here. And you know, we have a large customer base. We've won all sorts of awards, and we have offices here in the United States as well as Europe and Asia. We've been doing CRM the whole time, and more specifically CRM and email integrations. We're dedicated to quality service and software, and you'll see that when you deal with us. We really try hard. Anyway, the obligatory slide where it says, please subscribe. Please do subscribe. Then I can tell my kids I'm an influencer. So it's very important to them, I believe. So anyway, please do subscribe. And that's down at the bottom here. I have like 400 and something subscribers. Would love some more. We're getting thousands of views on these videos, however. So it's pretty cool. One more question. I'll ask, what CRM do you use? Okay, and is it Salesforce, Dynamics, Zoho? We have our own product called iCRM. What is it? Put that in there. And again, I'm just doing like a little, there's a Gmail person, and I'll tailor the demo based on what you guys say. So that's what you do when live presentation. So there's a bunch of Dynamics here. That's great. Dynamics, Emma, other Dynamics. There's a Zoho. Oh, we have an iCRM. That's great. Salesforce. Great. Okay. So just to go over our product offerings real quick, I promise I'll get to the live demo really quickly. This is the product overview. So we have these connectors for email, CRM, and ChatGPT, actually. And that's what I'll be demoing for the most part here today. We support Gmail and Outlook as with the following backend: Salesforce, Dynamics, Oracle, Sugar, NetSuite, Zoho, Monday, and our own iCRM. And speaking of our own iCRM, it's you know, this is an all-inclusive product that is pretty easy to use, and it's kind of all in one, and it comes with everything, including these connectors. So if you have Salesforce or Dynamics, you have to pay extra for our connectors, right? We have to make money somehow. And then if you have our iCRM, it just comes with it at one price. In fact, everything comes with iCRM that we offer, including these connectors, as well as this thing, Social Insights. This is another like smaller tool we offer where you can go to any LinkedIn profile and save that profile into your CRM, including the work email address, not the email address that they put in their profile, which is usually personal, the work email address. And then we have a standalone ChatGPT connector as well, and that works with Gmail and with Outlook. It's much more popular in Outlook for some reason. Anyway, just keep in mind that this Chat GPT connector, the features of it are pretty much the same as what I'll show in the CRM connectors, right? It's just that it doesn't have the CRM stuff, if you will, right? So I'll focus on these connectors, not on the Chat GPT connector. But just keep in mind again, pretty much everything I'm showing about ChatGPT is in this ChatGPT connector. And now, speaking of ChatGPT, are you regular users of ChatGPT? I'm putting that in the question area there. And then, if so, like maybe include also how do you use it? Like what do you use to access it? Is it the web? Um, Is it in the Bing browser? How do you use it? How do you access it? I'm just curious. Uh, and uh, and obviously, when you're in our connectors, you're using it through one of our connectors. Maybe some people say, here's an interesting one, an AI. Yeah, it's amazing. Web app. Yeah. Okay. Another web person on iPhone. That's cool. Okay, so this is just yet another way to use ChatGPT and your CRM in conjunction, hopefully even more effectively. That's what, anyway, we plan to show. Here's some of our awards we've won over the years for CRM and some of our customers. Obviously we have the larger customers here on the screen, but we really have both large and small customers, and we kind of don't mess around with pricing, and we offer like monthly contracts and things. So what it ends up being is our product is a good fit for both large and small customers. Anyway, keep on going here. So just to like get into some CRM stuff before we get to the Chat GPT stuff, like why do CRMs fail? So I mean, I think the first one is actually maybe the complete story. They're really hard to use, right? And these other ones make sense too. Time consuming, overwhelming, lots of data entry, sometimes dual entry, um, requires an army of consultants to get it set up. And, at the end of the day, it ends in lack of adoption. I've seen this. I've been doing this for years, and I've seen this be consistent throughout those years. And now here's some of the ChatGPT stuff that makes your life easier. You can like compose messages, and I'll show this live in a second. Reply to emails, translate. We also provide some social media links. We give you information about the company and contact that sent the message. You can add a contact to your CRM using AI. You can ask all sorts of questions of ChatGPT while you're interfacing with your email and your CRM all at the same time. And speaking of email, you know, I feel like doing CRM from your inbox and now with ChatGPT kind of solves the adoption problems or the ease of use problems. It basically fits in with your daily workflow. Um, and basically, when you're in your inbox, you're able to use your CRM. You don't have to do extra data entry. You have the same workflow that you use every day to communicate with your customers in email, and it's just very streamlined, and you really don't have to do much more. So just to like drive it home a little bit more, why is it important to have all this stuff in your email or in your inbox? So this Forbes study, this Inc. study is really my favorite one. It basically says that people spend 30 hours a week in just looking at their inbox. That isn't even the time they're spending typing the messages. So basically, more than three-quarters of your work week is spent in email. So the integration with CRM, and now with ChatGPT, means that basically, if you don't have CRM done really well in your inbox, then you're not using your CRM. I'll go out on a limb and say that you don't have a CRM system. And just in case you're wondering, I'm talking with my hands. I always do. They're just below the screen. Anyway, that's the first of many dad jokes, I'm sure. Anyway, and then there's this Forbes study that says only 18% of people actually go in their CRM. Well, guess what? If it's in your inbox, that's like 100% of people that'll be going in. And this other study says how ease of use is so important. This one I really like too. It's a study that said database decisions make companies on average 19 times, more profitable. Really critical that when you're replying to your emails, that's when you need to make database decisions. And we bring that data out from your CRM and from ChatGPT into your inbox so you can make these database decisions as you're interacting with your customers, which in my opinion is the most important time. Anyway, you've probably made a massive investment in CRM. And again, if you don't have CRM in your email, then you're probably not using your CRM at all. And that's what we do. We let you do everything from email. You can open a message. If it's from one of your customers, you see all the customer information from your CRM, 360-degree view there. Obviously, you can save emails into Salesforce, Zoho, Dynamics, whatever CRM you're using. And anyway, you can create leads using AI. You can send email templates. And there's also a background sync, an automatic sync in the background, which is hard to show, but I'll do my best. And then, in addition to the inbox, you can do everything from your calendar as well. It's pretty much the same setup, right? You just go into your Outlook or Google Calendar, and then when you bring up a meeting, for example, that's with a customer, all the customer information is right there for you, as well as the access to ChatGPT and everything. And of course, you can save those meetings and sync your calendar with your CRM, which is what people tend to do more than anything else with respect to the calendar. So why are we better? It's full featured. If you're on Gmail, like most of the other solutions, pretty much all of the other solutions, use a Chrome extension, and Chrome extensions kind of stink. I'll talk more about that in a minute. Everything works on mobile. I'll actually show some of the mobile stuff if I get a chance in just a few seconds. And all of these things work in any browser, whether it's Outlook or Gmail. There's nothing to install locally. We only charge for the users you need. We don't say, oh, how many CRM users do you have? And then try to charge you for everyone, even though you may not need it for everyone. Basically, we give one price and we provide everything at that price. We don't do this upsell thing where we say like, oh, you want to buy a car? You want tires with that car? That's triple or quadruple the price. Just a little bit more about Chrome extensions versus our native Gmail add-on. And this is only if you use Gmail, this is applicable. So Chrome extensions just aren't reliable. They conflict with others. They're hard to deploy. They're a security risk. And ours really isn't like that. They pretty much always work, these Gmail add-ons. They're on the right side of Gmail, right? Or Google Calendar. It works nicely with other add-ons, whereas these Chrome extensions get in the way. Also, our add-on has a centralized cloud deployment, so you can deploy it centrally. There's nothing to install on the local PC, whereas the Chrome extensions actually get downloaded to the local PC, which is, as you guys I'm sure know, is difficult to manage. So ours works from this applies to both Gmail and Outlook over HTTPS. We send the information directly to your CRM, whether it be from Gmail or Outlook, over HTTPS. So nothing goes to our servers and we can't see anything you're doing. And that's the way you're probably already accessing your CRM is over HTTPS. So um, it's all good. And then with the Chrome extension, though, I'll go back over here. There's a security risk. The Chrome extension, literally, if you give it access, it literally can see what you're doing when you're at your bank account website. It can see everything. And that's just not cool. And then ours works on mobile and any browser. Um, and somebody's asking a question, Mr. R. I'll try to get to that in just a bit. Just give me a second. Here's something about Salesforce and especially Einstein Activity Sync. I know this slide's super busy, but at the end of the day, our background sync is much better than Einstein Activity Sync because Einstein Activity Sync, first of all, it costs extra. Everything in Salesforce does. Again, this is Salesforce only. I apologize if you're using Dynamics. I'll get through this quick, I promise. And they charge you extra if you for this. It only saves the emails for 12 months, unless you pay extra, and then it's only like 2 years or only 6 months. Sorry, if you pay extra, they save it for 24 months. And then the data is stored on some Amazon AWS server, and it doesn't show on all the reports. Ours shows in the native email object, and Salesforce shows on all your reports and in all your history. Don't know why they don't fix that, but that's the current situation with Einstein. One slide about iCRM, and I'll get to the live demo. iCRM is our own CRM. It's like competes with Salesforce and Dynamics, and especially if you're like a smaller company and you want a flexible CRM that won't break the bank and is completely built into email, including Gmail and Outlook, this is a good option for you. And basically, it's one price, which is $30 a month paid annually, or $34.95 if you pay monthly. And we even import your data, configure it, and everything. Everything's included. If you try to get Salesforce off the ground, for example, you'd probably have to hire an army of consultants to do this. So let's get in the live demo. Sorry it took this long, but we're fine on time. I should be able to get you out of here in about 30, 40 minutes from the start time. So most of you were using Outlook, right? So let's go into Outlook first. Give me 1 second here. All right, I got Outlook up here. And I'm going to share that screen. It's a real live demo, right? Nothing's recorded. Let's see, share screen. And this screen, here we go. Okay, I'm showing my Outlook screen now. And in Outlook, the way it works, let me open an email message first. And then you can see that our connectors are up here in the top area. And if I click on, for example, the Salesforce connector, I don't have, my screen needs to be resized just a little bit. All right. What it'll do is it'll show all the information about the person who sent the message, in this case from Salesforce, right? I highly recommend in Outlook, if you're whatever CRM you're using, after you open this connector for the first time, you click on this pin option. And just by the way, to install it, so you do get add-ins. You click on this 3 dots, or sometimes the get add-in shows on the top bar, and you do get add-ins, and then you search for. I'll just search for iEnterprises. But obviously you could, and here's all the different connectors, all our connectors. Install the appropriate one, right? And then it should show on the top here. Sometimes you have to click on the 3 dots to see the others, right? Here's all our connectors here. And again, I highly recommend you pin it once it's installed. Very important you pin it. That way, when you open a message, like if I open this message from, it's actually from me, you can see it looks for that person in Salesforce. Just really quick, this is, if I click on this one, this is iCRM, right? So it looks the same. And here's Zoho, I'll click on that. It's pretty much the same thing, regardless of which CRM you're using, right? I'm going to go back to right here in Zoho. So now I'm using Zoho, but it's the same thing again for Salesforce or Monday or our own ICRM. It's all the same. And you can see here, I can like log this email. If I just click add, basically it's logged this email that's the one open on my box. It's actually about this webinar. It's actually logged it to Zoho. And then if let's say I want to say all of the other conversations in this thread should be logged as well, I can just click this mark thread thing and all of the replies will be logged. I can also link it to any other object, right? So this is Zoho, they call opportunities deals, right? And but it's basically the same thing. So I want to link it to an opportunity or a deal, I could do that. And then I can click this mark thread, and now all of the replies to this thread will be linked to the deal or the opportunity that I selected. Let's look at some ChatGPT stuff. You can see it's got like my LinkedIn profile and some social media stuff down here, but let's look at some ChatGPT stuff. And I purposely opened the email from me because I want to show you like some cool things it does. So if I click on these ChatGPT tools here in the sidebar, you can see that I can use ChatGPT to reply to this email, to compose a new email, to translate it. Translation is absolutely fantastic with ChatGPT. But before I do that, I want to learn a little bit about this company that emailed me. Right, that's really important. It's let's talk about it from a CRM perspective. Anyway, so I'll say, tell me about iEnterprises. And now it's going out to ChatGPT, and we use ChatGPT version 4, and we're using the API. We actually pay for the connection to the API, and each and every call we have to pay some amount of money for. So that's included in your subscription, though. We don't like pass that charge to you. And you can see it's really cool. It said, tell me about this, and it just automatically picked up the company that I work for, right? Tell me about iEnterprises. And this is really good. Maybe we should put this on our website. It gives all this information. And then it says, hey, like, here's some related questions you might want to ask about this company. Well, how do we stand out from our competitors, for example? And boy, so now it goes out to ChatGPT. Sometimes, and I've noticed today, ChatGPT is a little slow, but it's getting better every day, and especially ChatGPT 4, it started out a little slow and now it's getting faster and faster. So just give it a chance. It'll do its thing. So I'm asking that other question. And again, this is using the API, and wow, we really should use this to enhance our website. So it's saying experience, customization, award-winning, pretty good. Anyway, there's more related questions, but I'm going to close this. You guys get the idea. You can get some information about the company you're dealing with and the person, right? You can do this translation stuff. Let's do a reply. So here is James Person, right? And now I'm in Salesforce, just FYI. And maybe I want to link this email first to this opportunity called the big deal, right? That's it. It's saved to that. And I want to mark this thread like I did before. So now this email saved against that opportunity. And not only that, any additional replies I get to this message will be logged in Salesforce automatically. But let's, like, this person says, please send me, actually, I get emails like this all the time. Send me information about your product. Well, we have a lot of products, right? So I'm not sure which product they're talking about. I'm going to do reply to this email using ChatGPT. And I'll say reply to this message asking what. Okay. And by the way, you can put things in here like you can say do this in business formal, um, you know, uh, um, tone. You can just say and ask this in business port. You could say ask this in surfer dude language, right? And it'll do it. It's really cool. But I'll do this create reply thing, and you'll see now it launches a message. Thank you for your interest in our products. Could you please specify what product you're interested in? We have a wide range of products. I'm sure you want them also. This is very good. I would actually send this, right? And then what we're going to do, actually, this is coming like in the next week or so. We're going to show you this in the sidebar first, and you could do a follow-up thing with it and say like, oh, that response is really good, but please be more formal, or please also ask for a phone number, and it'll like, so you can make your message through a conversation, if you will, and then when you're ready, it'll launch it in draft like this. So I hope everybody likes this. Is this something like people think they could use? I mean, it's basically taking care of your email for you and helping you. Not only is it taking care of your email, it's giving you all sorts of information about your customers while you're in your email. So, there was somebody asked the question. So obviously this is a good message. I'll send it. Boom, it's sent. Because I did this mark thread thing, now that message is going to be saved against the opportunity that I linked it to at the beginning. So let's just go back in here one more time. I'll go to Gmail in just a second. And I'll also do some mobile stuff in a minute. But I wanted to show you some of the other features in here. So I'll go through them. So you can see when you open the message, it like automatically detects the sender, right? And this is just based on the email address, right, of the person that sent the message, and it finds it in Salesforce, shows some information about it. And as you scroll down, we looked at the ChatGPT stuff. Here's social media links for the person who sent the message. And now here's all the other stuff related to this person. Any cases or tickets, campaigns, relationships, opportunities, so on. I can even add an opportunity. So maybe, this is asking for a quote in this case. So that might indicate I have an opportunity. I can just click this plus sign, create a new opportunity right from here. I'm not going to do that, too many fields, but it automatically brings up all your custom fields and everything right from your CRM, Salesforce, or whatever you're using. I know there were a lot of dynamics. I'll get to dynamics when I go to Gmail, and that's because most people who use our product with dynamics use Gmail because there aren't really any good products for that at all on the market. So anyway, scrolling down again, if I wanted to add a case, like maybe this person sends me a message, say, I have a problem with your product, and they send a screenshot. I can just add a case right here too. It'll create a ticket, and it'll just automatically route the way tickets do. And it uses some artificial intelligence to populate the ticket or the opportunity in this case. So someone, Mr. R, thank you for asking questions, by the way, is asking about automatic data entry. So it helps. The AI helps populate this form as well as just some straight logic, like it's both, right? So if I click to create a new case, for example, here's all the, obviously it knows the person and the company because that's who sent the message. And then, it puts the body of the message, in this case, into the description. So it's a little bit of both. And then you'll see you can also add leads in a similar fashion. And Mr. R, thanks. He says he likes it. So I think that was to the when I asked about what you thought about the ChatGPT stuff. So anyone else want to reply? Please get involved. It helps me a lot, actually, because I like doing things interactively, and also I want to answer your questions if you have them. So more stuff on this sidebar, and I'm almost done. There's these other tools here where you can like reply using a template from Salesforce. You can like actually go browse Salesforce from here, and then you can set up automatic sync. So automatic sync is just a feature by which it'll just automatically sync email messages based on whether the sender of the message is found in your CRM. And there can be rules set up around that. Let's say you don't want internal email messages synced. You could say omit those. There's pretty robust the rules, and also that's where you can set up the calendars, automatic calendar sync. Oops, I lost my screen for a second. Give me one sec. Anyway, I don't know what happened here. Looks like I'm still live. That's good. Okay. Let me bring this here. Okay. I'm still sharing my screen, I hope. Had a little glitch there. I'm not sure what happened, but my monitor dropped up. Here, hang on one sec. Just give me one sec. I'll get this working right. Okay. I just have to share my screen again, I think. Always something, little thing always goes wrong, right? Here we go. Okay, thanks for your patience. It's coming up right now. I think my monitor just came unplugged for a second. So anyway, here's my screen again. And we were talking about the automatic sync. And then here's some other features. Let me get on this screen. For example, you could open this contact right here, right? And it shows you all the details about the contact, in this case in Salesforce, right? And then if I want, I can even edit the contact right here. And again, these are all the fields that you've configured in Salesforce. This thing's metadata driven. I know that's a big word, but that just means that it detects your Salesforce configuration. And then it renders your Salesforce information and all your custom fields and custom objects automatically. So I can edit it, right? And then and then I can go in here, show me all the activities. These are all the emails, other emails, and any other logged activities. And details is just like the fields. I can see that in edit mode too. But sometimes, you might be, okay, this is great, and I have all this information in my email, but I want to see this contact actually in Salesforce, and I can open that person in Salesforce, right? And I'll bring that onto my screen, and you'll see it takes me right to this person in Salesforce, and you can see, everything. So here's that message I just saved, and so on. Everything's here. So sometimes you may want to jump out to Salesforce, and we make that easy too. So with that, I'm going to jump into Gmail, which I've been promising for a while here. And I will open a message in Gmail. This one, perhaps. It's the same inbox, but now I'm in Gmail, and you can see this one happens to be connected to Dynamics. And I know there's a bunch of Dynamics people here, so I wanted to cover that. And it works the same way in Gmail. It's a little different interface, right? One thing, when you want to add it in Gmail, you just go down here and you click this Get Add-ons. It's called an add-on in Gmail, not an add-in. Add-in is Outlook. And then it comes up with this library of add-ons, and I'll do iEnterprises. And then you can see all our connectors here as well. So for example, the Salesforce connector has 157,000 installs, 118,000 for ICRM. Dynamics is 60,000. I think you'll see that this is, we're quite popular, and much more popular than the others. So you just click on it, click install, and it'll show one of these icons in the sidebar. So this is the Dynamics one again, and you can just open and close it. The cool thing about Gmail is when you open it, it just stays open. You don't have to pin it or anything, and it remembers the last one you had open. So it works exactly the same way we saw in Outlook. If I want to log the email, and I'll go fast because I know we've kind of seen this before. And then I'm going to get to mobile in just a second too. I can just log the email here, and then I can link it to other objects. if this is Dynamics, right? In Dynamics, right? Accounts, contacts, um, contracts, whatever you have configured in Dynamics, you can link it to. Again, it detects all your customizations automatically. Um, and then the ChatGPT features, you can toggle them on and off. If you toggle it on, it remembers, and like, very similar to Outlook, a little bit different. Tell me about this company, that tell me about this person. Translate. I love Translate, by the way. It's so much better than like the Google Translate. And then, maybe I want to just reply and ask for more information. I can just do that, and it'll lay up a draft for me. It's important, like, we never really send the messages automatically from Chat GPT or from the templates. We lay them up in draft, and you can just edit them and make them what you want and send them. So here also, we're going to do like a dialogue where you can ask it to improve the message. Here's the social media stuff. So the social media links for the person that sent the message and the related items, and you can toggle all this stuff on and off. So you can save space if you want. So everything's here. You can see here, and it works the same way. I can open the contact here and then edit the contact. If I want to edit it, again, all your custom fields and everything show, and then I can open it in Dynamics. Let me try to do some mobile stuff. So it's sending me to Dynamics, right? And taking me to the person, the sender of the message in Dynamics, right? And you can see the message was saved that I just saved and all that. So let me try, give me 1 second to get my mobile going. So again, it's a live demo, so it takes a second. Okay, so that actually works, which is good. So this is a real, in this case, this is an iPhone, right? I gotta go to Adam Jotley. Okay, so this is an iPhone, but it works pretty much the same way on Android. This happens to be Gmail, but it works on Outlook almost the same. So the way it works is if you open a message, so I'll open this product information message, right? Then instead of on the right-hand side, the add-ons, in this case, this is Google, show on the bottom here. You see that on the bottom? And you can click on the appropriate add-on, like with like Dynamics or Salesforce. So I'm going to use ICRM this time, just so you could get an idea about ICRM, but it works the same way with Salesforce and Dynamics. And there's that whole sidebar now is down here at the bottom on mobile. It's like super effective. I can like click to dial this number if I want, or I can make it full screen, right? So this is like the sidebar, but again, it's at the bottom. And I really like the ChatGPT stuff here because you're out on the road. You don't really have time to type a big message. And you can see here it says, oh, respond to this message, ask for time to meet. So I do reply using ChatGPT, and bingo, it just creates a message. It's running out to ChatGPT. Again, this is the paid API. We pay for it, and it's using ChatGPT 4.0. Yeah, so you get to edit the message. And again, we're going to put a dialogue in there so you could say, you could further refine the message. Another thing I like on mobile is the reply with templates. Where is that? That's somewhere. Here it is. And if I do reply with template, and let's take this product details. We have a ton of templates that loaded up into, we obviously use ICRM, it's our own product. We have a ton of templates loaded up, and people ask very complex questions, right? I'll do create this reply, right? And sometimes they ask very complex questions, and you have to include links and screenshots and all sorts of things like that. If I do this reply with template, I can have all that stuff right there and just send it when I'm on the road on my mobile app, right? And of course, everything else is here too on mobile, right? Let's get this. I can obviously, log the email. uh, right here, and do everything else. Works pretty much the same way in Outlook, and all of these things they work on the mobile apps of, for example, this is the Gmail mobile app, right? And for Outlook, it's the Outlook mobile app that these things work in. So that's, it's basically the same thing. I'm just going to cover calendar real quick. Um, but it's basically the same thing on your mobile. Again, it's like shows at the bottom instead of on the side. So hopefully you guys think that, uh, hopefully you guys like it. Um, Anyway, really quick, I'm going to go to the calendar. And again, I'm in this is the Google Calendar, right? And wow, I really wish my calendar looked like this, right? But I'm going to create a meeting. Right, and I'm going to invite my customer, James Person, right? And I'm going to save it. If I want, I can send the invitation, obviously. Now I can open that, and I'll go to Salesforce now. Open the Salesforce sidebar. When I open a meeting then that's on my calendar, it pretty much works the same way as we saw in email, right? I can log the event, and that's just saving the event to Salesforce. And by the way, there's a background sync that can automatically do a two-way calendar sync to and from your CRM. And in terms of like the automatic sync, that's used way more than the automatic sync of emails because I feel like the calendar just has to be in sync, right? And obviously, you can open the contact. All the related items are here. Everything's here. It's pretty much the same thing. By the way, I didn't mention this before, but you can just click on the company name and it drills into the company, or like in the related items. If I want to open up one of these opportunities or one of these cases, I can click on it, drill right into it. I can edit it, do whatever I need to do right here. So basically, we're giving you everything you need to do, hopefully, from your email and your calendar. So any questions, any more questions? I think I had like a list of things I was supposed to cover. And of course, I didn't really um, go in the order that I had intended, but I think I got through everything. Any more questions? Somebody's Andre says he's using our connector. I'll go talk about pricing a little bit then. Oh, I know what I didn't show, and that was Mr. R was asking about the adding of data. Let me go, and I got a message from Bill Gates, right? And now, if when I open the message, it goes and it searches for Bill in this is connected to Dynamics right now in Dynamics, and I can add Bill to Dynamics because he's not there yet, right? It says it's not there. And when I do this add, it helps you with some data entry too. So it uses a combination of social media, ChatGPT, and just some logic to populate here's Bill Gates, right? And all this information as much as possible is popular. Usually it gets the job title automatically too. But anyway, it helps you with some data entry that way. And then this thing is cool too. There's a toggle to show required fields only. Like a lot of times this sidebar is a little overwhelming in email, especially on mobile. So you can like address the required fields only and then deal with it. And this is Dynamics. So there's actually multiple like forms in Dynamics, and we support them all. So if you have multiple forms going, it's no problem. You just pick the appropriate form, and it remembers the next time you do this what form you're using, so you don't have to click on it again. I'm going to go back to the slide deck real quick, and we're almost done. I'll do some pricing stuff. If anybody has any questions, please put them in the comments. As you can see, I try to answer them right away. Okay, so we talked about the install from either the Google Marketplace or Outlook add-ins, right? It's important to note that if you're if you have a large group, you can deploy this in mass, whether it be in Gmail or in Outlook through even Exchange Um, so here's the pricing. And again, our pricing includes everything. We don't have like a silver and gold and platinum version, and then try to upgrade you once you come with us. We give you everything we got at one price. We don't like to play games. We offer like no nonsense monthly and annual plans. You can cancel at any time online. We don't make you call an 800 number and wait on hold for days. Um, that's my pet peeve. um, we do it. We just try to be fair. So it's 24.95 per user per month for Gmail or Outlook, um, and 19.95 per user per month paid annually. So that in that case, you have to pay up front. And there's volume discounts if you have a lot of users. It includes all features and functions. We don't mess around again. Like it is what it is. We provide everything at one price. And then if you're interested in ICRM, it's basically $30 a month. It includes this connector and everything else we got. $34.95 if you pay monthly. Here's my contact information. I'll put that slide up at the end. Again, please subscribe. Really want to tell my kids I'm an influencer. Thank you so much. My phone number and contact information are there. Hopefully you'll like buy our product or at least give it a try. There's a 7-day free trial. Remember, get add-ins or get add-ons for Gmail, and install it and try it. And then if you like it, you can just pay monthly for a while, and see if you really like it, and maybe deploy it um, to your whole team if you like it, which I think you will. I use it every day, and it definitely makes me more productive. So that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed it. And please do contact us, sales@ienterprises.com. I'll actually see that message if you send it. And this is actually my work extension, which like rings on my mobile or something too. Um, anyway, have a fantastic day, and thank you so much again for attending. And we'll do another webinar in just a couple of months. So definitely subscribe. Thank you again. Have a fantastic day.